Ahoy hoy. Oh wow, I can even do Windows, that's good.
Oh, look at this fucking handsome boy.
I love how the first shot of the video is just like him looking like he's ready to fucking strangle you. His arms.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm getting some serious fucking Buffalo Bill vibes from him. I'm honestly amazed Goodbye Horses is playing in the background with this.
It's not even his shower, it's just his murder victim shower.
You know, I will say this about this dude: with all the pedophiles that I've bashed over the years, like Stetson Hardwick, Andy Velasco, and Joseph Daniels, at least this dude knows how to wash his balls.
I
At
mean,
least this one knows how to put soap all over him.
we assume that, but he could just be acting with the whole shower thing and just spraying it on that one spot in his chest.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to disagree with you there. I got confidence in this little weirdo. I think he knows how to put soap on his testicles, which is a real fucking improvement and a real accomplishment compared to someone like Andy Velasco or Stetson Hardwick there.
Yeah, well, I'll concede and say that I'm pretty sure his dad showed him quite carefully how to do it, so yeah.
Well, at least his parents tried with him, unlike someone like Stetson. So.
Although really no amount of trying would fix that. So,
True.
do you know anything about Ivan Burge, or however you pronounce it? Or is this like the first thing you've come across with him?
Yeah, this is the first video I came across when I was doing my own research on Nathan Larson. I mean, I just saw a dude, you know, showering himself and giving some tribute to this deranged pedophile. I was like, holy shit, this is fucking gold. I mean,
I
I
think.
could barely understand what.
Hmm?
Yeah, I could barely understand what the hell he was trying to say with the, with the water running through in the background. I really didn't finish the entirety of the video there, so.
Oh, I got through it just so that like I knew like what to expect on some level, and I was just. I only hope that some weirdo fucking showers himself on screen for me when I die. That's the true Viking send off right there.
Well, if I ever get someone to do that as a tribute for me, I'm gonna rise from the fucking den and I'm gonna strangle this dude. I swear to Christ.
With the hose from the fucking shower.
Yeah.
Anyway, let the showering commence.
So in today's edition of Shower Thoughts, we are going to talk about Nathan Larson. He has passed away.
I couldn't help but notice the way he says passed away, it sounds like he's saying passed away. I was like, did the fucking dude just explode into like a big pile of pasta or something?
Yeah, I could barely understand what he was trying to make out in the video as well. That's why I didn't really finish it all the way through. I mean, I tried to put subtitles on, but even YouTube couldn't figure out what the hell he was saying with all the with the shower being on.
I'll put closed captions on, maybe we'll get some comedic gold from it. He used to come up with some crazy shit for Andrew because it had absolutely no idea what he was saying.
So it is rumored. He died in prison after reportedly being on a hunger.
I know, it's truly a tragedy. That, you know, he wasn't kicked to death by guards.
I guess Tyrone's gonna need to look for a new snuggle partner. Maybe he can get Andy Velasco. I mean, he doesn't move all that much, so, it wouldn't be that hard.
Yeah, but most of the fun's are kind of gone if he doesn't move, so. Maybe Andy's boyfriend Ronnie might be a good new replacement. I'm not too sure.
Maybe. I mean, you're the Ronnie Vane expert, not me, so.
I'm sadly not. Like, he just keeps popping up on my fucking Twitter feed every now and then, just trying to start shit, and I'm like, I don't care about you. Go away.
Oh, look at you finally getting yourself a fanboy after all this time.
Oh,
Proud of you.
I've got him and Niece at the moment. Just fucking. Niece has been tagging me in a fucking community tab for like 24 hours. Just everything that happens is my fault suddenly. It's great.
Jesus, I remember when I fucking pissed off Niece for some reason. I think it was in response to a Drazia. She just fucking bombarded my YouTube comment section, rambling on about how I'm a fucking terrible person. I just fucking told her, "Ma'am, this is a Wendy's. You need to leave," and she shut up after that.
Well, speaking of balding people.
Yeah, let's continue with our little Nathan Larson shower tribute.
Right, and the exact details are unknown at this time.
Why did he say that in the most creepy way possible? I also hope that Nathan Larson got the shits and died. That would have been great. Cause of death, the dreaded shits.
I mean, I keep hearing prison food is just just the worst food imaginable. So you might be right. You might be right on that part.
Yeah, I mean, as well, like, if you've not eaten for, like, days and get diarrhea, it's pretty fatal. Like, it's what killed a lot of people, like, during natural disasters and stuff. So, it wouldn't surprise me if that's how that went down.
Yeah, but one less pedophile in the world,
Yeah, that's the wonderful part. If diarrhea was a person, I'd shake its hand with gloves on.
See, I wouldn't even be bothered to put on gloves with Mr. Diarrhea there. I just do the little Japanese bow thing. And then get the fuck away from it. Anyway, let's continue with Shower Boy.
Remember, Nathan Larson, for the great man he was. He was a male sexualist, like me.
Yeah, this is the first time I'm actually hearing the term male sexualist.
I mean, this guy does look like some sort of guru of love, I have to admit. Like, if this guy gave me advice on scoring, I'd totally listen. He looks like he knows his donuts.
Yeah, this guy started giving me love advice. I do the complete and total fucking opposite of what he just said.
And it would probably work.
I feel like my chances would get... I feel like, personally, I got a better chance of winning the lottery from a psychic blind cat than getting a blowjob because of the advice of this guy here. Maybe it's just me.
Maybe he'll just give you shower advice. I'm not sure.
Well, I've always thought I've mastered the art of washing my testicles, but, maybe I could learn a thing or two from this very special boy here.
I doubt it, but let's see if we can.
One of very few real men's rights activists.
I'm so glad you're watching out for me, sir.
So glad he's picking up the torch, fighting the good fight for men everywhere. Those fucking women, those fucking feminists out there, preventing such stable individuals like him from fucking kids. How dare they? How dare the feminists try to ruin our video games and molesting children?
And thankfully, this guy in his shower will save us. He will take us to the promised land of that Bitcoin island where pedophilia was legal. Crypto land, that was it.
You know, now that oh fuck, what was his name? Stetson Hardwick's running mate, Amos Yee. Now that Amos Yee is in jail, I hope this dude right here becomes Stetson Hardwick's next running mate in 2024. I really feel like this time, we're gonna get some real change in America with Stetson Hardwick as president.
I could totally see that, to be honest. They do have that sort of Biden-Obama sort of like thing going on, which could work quite well.
Yeah, I'm really liking my chances with the Stetson and Elvin Berg ticket.
Elvin Bulge.
Really gonna...
You know, could they just make a New Hope poster just out of what's here, like him in that Virgin Mary pose with his naked with the shower pressed against his neck? I think that you could just remake the Hope poster, but just with that instead of Obama's face.
Yeah, I kind of want to take that poster and sell it as an NFT now, just to see how many fucking stupid people would buy it. I'd probably walk away as a billionaire by the end of that night.
Especially if you convince some idiot that like it'll actually serve some other purpose besides just making you rich. Oh, it'll save politics if you buy this crap.
Some kid in Africa won't starve tonight if you buy this NFT from me.
To actually advocate against the criminalization of our sexuality that feminism has accomplished.
I don't know about anyone else, but I'm getting fucking sick of all the fines and jail time I get for having a penis. It's doing my head in.
I know what you mean. I mean, I am amazed that I only had to pay a $500 fine for having my penis. Like, I honestly thought I was going to go to jail again for another 2 months because of my testicles.
Does washing them help, or?
Kinda. I mean, I've known people with stinky dick that wound up having to go to jail for like 5 years.
Well, that should be true regardless.
Yeah.
Stinky dicks ain't polite in society.
No, it isn't. I'll be in jail for a good long while, I'm telling you.
Well, I need to get back to getting moist to this guy.
He keeps accomplishing more and more. With ever more draconian laws.
Kryptonian walls? Like... Did he say Kryptonian where he meant to say draconian?
I'm gonna go with what the YouTube closed captioning is telling me. That he's saying Kryptonian walls. And I guess this also just confirms that Chris Chan was right. The dimensional merge has happened, and we are now in the DC universe.
We're in the Injustice universe, and Superman's fucking outlawed men. Because he's killed the Joker at this point. He's bored, got nothing else to do. He outlawed penises, and my God, only Elvin Bulge can save us.
It sounds like a Wonder Woman thing. I don't think Superman would want to ban penises, seeing as how he has a penis himself. That definitely sounds like something Wonder Woman and the Amazons would do.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, we're not even in the good Injustice timeline. We're just in the Injustice timeline where Wonder Woman is taking over the world.
We're in the Injustice timeline written by incels.
Yeah, this is what we're living in right now. Ain't this just a fucking trip?
Since this is YouTube, I'm gonna be careful of what I say. But
Well,
it's
that's nice of
probably
you.
I don't think he needs to. He just sounds crazy no matter what he says.
Well, at least he wants to keep his ramblings family friendly. I will give him that.
He wants to keep his showering videos child friendly, and we can all. There's something in that.
I think Andy Velasco can learn a thing or two from this guy. I get he wants to murder and molest dogs, but you gotta keep it family friendly there, Andy. Take some advice from the shower man.
Take advice from every villain from fucking Criminal Minds ever.
Exactly.
permissible to speak about civil disobedience. If Nathan Larson is too incorrect, we can talk about a closely related activist, namely Rosa Parks.
Okay, this is my favourite part where he compares fucking Nathan Larson to Rosa Parks.
Yeah, the moment he fucking compared Nathan Larson to Rosa Parks, that's the moment I started giggling my ass off. That's when I knew I struggled with this idiot. But he's not wrong. I mean, you take a long look at the similarities between Nathan Larson and Rosa Parks, okay? Rosa Parks didn't want to get up from a bus seat, even though the bus was segregated. Nathan Larson just wanted to fuck a 12-year-old girl and kidnap her from California and bring her back to DC. Real similarities there.
And there's also a huge similarity in how Rosa Parks deliberately defied authority to make a point, and Nathan Larson was trying to smuggle something from one state to another and got caught and got arrested. That's totally the same thing, guys. It's not a complete apples to oranges comparison.
Yeah, but Nathan Larson, okay, Nathan Larson, he tried to run for Congress in Virginia. What did Rosa Parks do? Hmm? Yeah.
Something about a bus. And I think she helped Doctor Who stop a time traveling racist, but I think that's about it. That's
Yeah, Rosa Parks may have, tried to start some evil time traveling racist, okay? But Nathan Larson, the based man that he is, he had made death threats against the devil himself, Barack Obama. Okay?
oof. Yeah, him and Stetson would have got along because Stetson did that with Trump, I believe. And got booted off of Twitter for it. So.
Yeah, but I think Nathan Larson liked Trump, though, so I don't really see those two really getting along.
You'd be surprised. Stetson can get along with a lot of people if they just agree with his narrative enough. He'll ignore the rest. Or at least he has done on occasion.
Yeah, I could definitely see it. Well, it's not really possible since he's dead, but I really could have seen a Nathan Larson and Stetson Hardwick ticket. I mean, they'll probably be fighting over who's going to be the president or not, but yeah, I can definitely see a Nathan Larson and Stetson Hardwick ticket in 2024. If, the obvious didn't happen.
Same, we've been saved from that timeline. And doomed to the incel injustice timeline.
I would have loved the presidency Nathan Larson with Stetson Hardwick as the vice president. I mean, it really wouldn't last all that long, but god damn, would I would have had a lot of fun with that.
And Lance probably would have been his Monica Lewinsky. Probably would have found his cum on his mustache and it would have given the game away.
I can definitely see Lance as maybe like Secretary of State or Attorney General. Maybe Secretary of the Interior.
Yeah, I could probably see that. It's what he was on his website anyway, so.
Yeah, but I can definitely see Andy Velasco as Secretary of Defense because that's the man I definitely trust with the nukes.
Well, thankfully, he probably would have died by that point anyway, or his fingers would have snapped trying to push the button. Shame that would have been. Anyway, I want to see this guy get wet.
But she did to end segregation. Very much.
Rosa
Like what
Parks,
man
well-known trans segregationist.
I'll be transparent and say I don't think that's what he said, but it might as well have been because of the stupid shit that he said up until this point.
I'm going with what the YouTube closed captioning is saying, okay? If it tells me that Rosa Parks was a trans segregationist, I know Rosa Parks was a fucking trans segregationist.
Well, fair enough.
Nathan Larson in prison this time.
American Larson. America died with him.
Well, I'm constantly hearing people on the right wing constantly say that, America is dying, America is dead. Maybe they're just onto something, but they just really didn't know that America did die with Nathan Larson.
It shot itself to death in a prison after being bummed by Tyrone.
Yeah. The Jesus Christ of America is dead now. And we're all fucked.
It's like Morrowind, like we're in that doomed world we've created because the prophecy's been broken.
Yeah.
It's literally segregation he was defying.
What?
The intergenerational kind instead
Yeah,
of
don't you know?
kind.
Preventing someone like Nathan Larson from fucking kids, it's just as worse as segregation, man.
Oh yeah, because like adults are not allowed in children's play areas, which without being parents. So I guess if you were utterly retarded, you could compare that to segregation.
Well, I mean, I think our little wet boy here is a very smart boy. I mean, like I said, he's the first pedo I've bashed that actually knows how to clean himself, which, again, is a real accomplishment compared to someone like Stetson or Joseph Daniels and them.
Or Lance, where you can see the grease just slowly setting on him over a couple of days. Yeah, I'll give him that. He does shower. I think him and James are the two cleanest.
Thank God for that.
It's these Nazi pedophiles.
Which, it kind of makes sense that this one would want to shower. I mean, if you're going to be molesting children, the least you can do is at least smell nice,
Yeah, you can tell he's really considerate when he does that.
Yeah, like, why fuck a kid when you smell like a barn, when you can fuck a kid when you smell like Irish Spring? Maybe it's just me. What would I know?
But morally, these are equally worthy causes, right? To fight against that type of oppression. And the best way to do that, when you are a minority dissident, is non-violent opposition. It is to openly defy the law
God, fucking minority.
in civil.
was just thinking, like, in what way is he a minority? Because he wants to diddle kids, that makes him a minority.
Yeah, man, he's a real oppressive minority, don't you know? He can't fuck little boys. It's a sad, oppressive world we live in, you know?
I mean, maybe if I hit myself enough in the head, I might be able to see it that way.
I mean, with his incoherent rambling and the fact that he's showering, he's really convinced me that we are truly living in an oppressive society.
I mean, this dude's having to pretend he showers a phone just to be able to talk to people. I mean, Christ.
I'm actually kind of curious if this is what he normally does for videos. Because I can imagine he would do this to some of his, haters and detractors, kind of like how Bojangles Daniels would just eat buckets of chicken in front of the camera to like own people.
Yeah, Andy used to do something like that as well. Yeah, he's done like several of these shower videos.
Oh,
I think he does like one a week, apparently. I think he took a break from DIY sperm analysis first impression. Jesus fuck.
So not only is he a freedom fighter, but he's also a scientist?
Yeah, he's the protagonist of I Am Legend. He'll be the one survivor at the end of the world, and he'll be out there in post-apocalyptic New York looking for kids to diddle.
I mean, he's way more. I mean, at least he's more accomplished in life than someone like, Andy or Joseph Daniels. I mean, at least Stetson Hardwick gave it a shot to be the supreme ruler of his made-up countries.
That is true. Like, it's not a very high bar to aim for, but he is one of the more competent of these stupid characters.
I mean, maybe we'll come across a pro-pedo defender that's an astrophysicist. He's got like a PhD in that shit.
We can but hope.
True that.
So disobedience. Like Rosa Parks did on the bus. Nathan Larson did. By going to the airport with a girl.
They showed disobedience by kidnapping a girl from California and then trying to drag her all the way back to Virginia so she could be a sex slave. Total similarities between the two.
And if he had succeeded, we all would have had more civil liberties. But they just had to stop him from kidnapping that little girl. And now we're all slaves again.
I don't know about you, but I think the Facebook photos of Nathan Larson with his 13-year-old child bride, I think those would have been just the most beautiful pictures I've ever seen. Yeah, the fucking wedding reception would have happened at a Waffle House, but, what can you do?
You'd have to book it for fucking school holidays.
True.
That's the hardest part. I also can't help but find it funny that this guy probably would have pissed Nathan off because, from what I understand, like, Nathan Larson was like a proud Nazi and he's comparing him to a black woman in, like, death. Like, that's probably the sickest burn he could have done and he doesn't even realize it.
I think he's well aware that Nathan Larson is a Nazi, but he's dead anyway, so he's just like, fuck it. I'm going to compare him. I'm going to compare my idol to Rosa Parks, and I don't give a fuck what he has to say because he's dead. What's he going to do?
I hope his ghost came back and strangled him in his sleep. That would be funny.
Yeah, something tells me he might be into getting strangled.
By Nathan. He just dies with an erection and then the rigor mortis sits in and then you just permanently have a sheet with a lump on it over his body.
I can forget about sleeping tonight now.
Can it be more open and defiant in trying to fly across the country, exhibiting a forbidden relationship?
Some real Romeo and Juliet shit over here.
I know. The how old was he? Like 50, and she was like 12 or something.
Yeah, I don't know how old Nathan Larson was when he fucking kidnapped this girl, but I know she was 12. I'm just going off of this like news report that I caught by chance while looking up Nathan Larson on YouTube.
Yeah, I believe he was somewhere between 48 and 50, because I remember reading that somewhere. I know.
This happened like what, a year ago?
Yeah.
2 years?
Oh no, he's 41. My bad.
41.
I thought he was 50 because he looked it.
Yeah, that's what I thought too when I looked at his mugshot. But Jesus.
Well, he did always look kind of boyish up until that point, in a weird "Tomorrow Belongs to Me" kind of way.
Maybe that was part of the shtick to lure little kids into his van.
Like Steve Buscemi just walking up to them. It was kind of... I don't know if you've heard Daniel Romanos' version of this story. The creepy pedo magician. Because he had like his own version of events, but the dude is a massive liar. And apparently Nathan was smuggling this girl for him, and he apparently reported Nathan to the police and got him arrested. But the dude's like a massive liar, so I'm not sure if any of that is to be believed. But I'd like that to be true, just so it could be like a retarded version of Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, I've been dealing with my own crazies. But I haven't heard really this whole Daniel Romano story. But something about it, about the whole, oh, Nathan Larson wasn't kidnapping this girl just to fuck her. He was kidnapping her so he could send her to me. That definitely sounds like something Daniel Romanos would make up in his head.
Yeah, apparently she was going to star in his crap TV series that he's trying to make about his noncy Doctor Who fanfics. He's made like 3 trailers for it, and every one of them has a different girl in it. I sure as hope they ran away and he didn't kill them or something.
He probably pulled a John Wayne Gacy, and they're buried underneath the floorboards or something at this rate.
Christ. They probably can smell the bodies rotting and run.
Yeah, I honestly can't tell which is worse. Getting kidnapped by Nathan Larson to be his sex slave, or being kidnapped so you can be in Daniel Romanos' Doctor Who passion plays.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd totally like to see those things in production, like on some level. I could totally buy, like, that it would be a bigger mess than to boldly flee or something of that nature, but I don't know if I'd want to get raped and killed over it.
Well, you're not a little girl, so you can forget about your big debut.
I could replace Eric Roberts, though, because Eric Roberts ran away from him, so he's going to have to find someone to play that part.
I mean, maybe you can try out as like an extra. Maybe you could be an intern getting everyone donuts, calling the FBI, and the kids evacuated from the hellhole. Maybe you can do that instead. I don't know.
I'd just leak the location of the house to like a biker gang or something, and I'd just watch them storm in and kick the shit out of them and just keep the camera rolling. Give it like a real Blazing Saddles ending.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like a way better movie than whatever the hell Daniel Romanos has got up his ass.
Speaking of ass,
Bit in mixing of the generations, right? That's what Nathan Larson did.
Larceny.
And under those oppressive conditions, that landed him into, of course, American prison.
oh
Yeah,
no,
you know, those progressive conditions like threatening to kill Barack Obama, kidnapping little girls, Lord
M-
knows what else.
making a website to tell people on how to kidnap little girls and rape them. That
Running
he,
for Congress, promising you'd legalize incest on day one, you know?
I forgot about that. Like Jesus, I knew he had Nancy things in his because I read through all the things he promised in Congress, and I was like, why didn't they just arrest him there and then? I know they don't have free speech. I know they have like free speech and everything, but come on, like he just basically confessed to being a nonce on stage.
I mean, the thing with America is you can openly proclaim yourself to be a pedophile, but as long as you don't fucking get caught with like child porn or you don't kidnap a child, you're pretty much free to do whatever you want. I mean, why do you think NAMBLA is still a thing?
Oh no, I'm still baffled by that as well. It's like, and those cults as well that were all about like child marriage and stuff, which still exists because they rebranded. I'm like, okay, that's all you have to do.
Yeah, so long as the organization isn't doing anything like illegal, like out in the open, then yeah, organizations like NAMBLA are still going to be around.
Wonderful.
God bless America.
I think this is what the founding fathers actually had in mind when they were writing all of the Bill of Rights and shit. They're like, yes, we want nonces to be able to just say they're nonces and no one can do anything about it.
Right up there with everyone having AR-15s and being able to deep fry butter without any second thoughts. God, I love this country.
It is very easy to understand that you get suicidal. And especially when you're so principled as Nathan Larson.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, must be real depressing. Get really suicidal over not being able to fuck children. I wouldn't know, but I can only imagine that some people get suicidal over not fucking little girls.
He must have gone through the hell that Tommy Robinson did when he couldn't go to church in prison, even though his cell was right opposite the fucking religious room.
I don't pay attention to British Wignats. We got our own white nationalists.
Oh,
And the thing about American white nationalists is they're so diverse. I mean, we got ourselves a Mexican white nationalist who's also a gay guy. Okay, we got a black white nationalist. Really diverse, okay?
I'm glad that there's some real diversity in the world of racism. It's about time.
Exactly. I mean, if you look at Twitter, you know, there's some trans neo-Nazis. Really diverse group.
Trans furry neo-Nazis. Just, I imagine it's what Hitler would have wanted.
Oh, exactly. I mean, if Hitler came back today and he discovered all the fascist bronies and Nazi bronies, he'd be fucking proud.
He'd have tears of pride just rolling down his face. Just
He went on a hunger strike. I don't doubt that he stuck to it all the way to the end, and that's probably how he died.
I have to ask though, what was the fucking condition of this hunger strike? Was it like, give me children to molest or I won't eat? Or
He probably thought his like civil liberties were being disrespected or something. Maybe the food is just so shit that he'd rather starve to death than just eat that. I don't know.
yeah, it's like second worst to hospital food from what I hear. So
Unless it was a suicide. More immediate. But he also gave us a manifesto
oh great.
where you can read his own account of what got him into prison this time.
Oh, there's a Nathan Larson manifesto. Oh, I want to read that.
Same. I would love to go over that at some point. I imagine he wrote it in his own shit.
Maybe, but I really want to hear Nathan Larson's story on how he got arrested this time around. I want to hear his side of the story of what happened exactly between him and the little girl from California that he kidnapped.
She said she was 12. Just in capital letters at the bottom.
Listen, okay, I messaged her on Facebook. She said she wanted my cock. Oh, yes, Daddy, please come to California and fuck me. How could I say no?
I was just being a gentleman, guys.
I took her out to Chuck E. Cheese before I fucked her in the ass, I'm a gentleman.
I showered first. My buddy Bulge showed me how to do it.
It's not what the normies make it out to be.
The normies.
Two normies, guys.
He is like Rosa Parks.
Please stop saying that. You just sound stupid every time you do.
An innocent lamb.
I'm actually surprised he's using Rosa Parks. I honestly thought he would have been using, like Martin Luther King Jr. here.
I had a dream where one day all men could shag children and nobody would question it.
I had a dream. I came to the mountaintop and I saw a little boy and I fucked him in the ass.
And I didn't go to prison for it. Happy days.
Happy days, oh happy days. There's a fucking tour bus just filled with naked little girls just begging for my cock.
The Million Nonce March.
That sounds like a Stetson Hardway campaign. Rap.
And only he shows up for it.
Well, Amos Yee is in jail, but otherwise, maybe.
Well, Amos Yee wants nothing to do with him because even Amos Yee's like, no, that guy's too fucking weird even for me. I don't want anything to do with him.
No way.
That's what I've heard.
Well, Andy Velasco would attend, but yeah, I don't think. Well, he can't walk. That's for damn sure.
I can't imagine he'd get up for it either at 3 p.m. So, bit too early in the morning for him.
Because feminism is even more violent than what Rosa Parks was facing.
Yes, we do currently live in a society where, we have to wait for hours for a bus where we're allowed to actually enter it because of feminism. It's nothing like the easiness of what Rosa Parks just basically skipped through.
Oh yeah. I know the subtitles are off, but
Oh, they
I'm
actually
pretty
are
sure
on. It's just not picking anything up.
well, I know I heard for a fact that he just said feminism is more violent. I
Oh,
don't
is it more
know.
violent?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, can you recall the last time you got your head caved in by a feminist?
It was the other week, but it wasn't anything to do with them being a feminist, so. I
I
just got
don't
on the
know.
wrong bus.
Yeah, maybe it's just me, but he definitely looks like the type of person that would get slapped around by women, probably
Oh,
for all
yeah.
the right reasons too.
He's become immune to pepper spray at this point.
Maybe that's why he decided, he was gonna go after kids. Maybe he thinks they're just as weak.
Well, they're equally weak, at least, him and the children, so, they've at least on even ground.
True. At least he knows how to bathe.
He didn't risk life in prison. But that's what they do to man. Just for being man. Just for having the normal male sexuality, right?
No, that's not the normal male sexuality. It's not normal to watch Barney the dinosaur with a massive hard-on when all the kids run on stage. You're just defective, sir.
Well, remember, age doesn't exist.
Oh, silly me, how I forget.
We're the only real intelligent life forms in the galaxy. So, ergo, the concept of time and age doesn't exist. Have you not read the Stetson Hardwick Manifesto?
Yeah, it's like drinking. Your brain just dies the more you get through it, and then eventually you just wake up with a pounding headache, wondering what the hell happened last night. It's a wonderful experience.
Well, I think Stetson Hardwick's books are some of the greatest examples of fine literature out there. I mean, one chapter you're getting a good idea on Stetson Hardwick's political beliefs, and then the next chapter you're getting a good idea on his sexual adventures.
And I love the consistency. It's so on point. Like, he remembers people's names so well that characters have like different names throughout the story.
I love the fact that he also mentioned me in his book.
Oh yeah, I believe he did in one of the I think it was like the second one. So they're all the same, really.
Yeah.
All I got was a Facebook post. Ugh. Need to up my game.
You just gotta try a little harder.
I spoke to him for 8 hours. I did a voice call with him for fucking 8 hours last May, I think it was. It was fascinating. He can't even remember what he put in his own books. It was so funny. Like, he has no idea what he's even written, to the point where he said that anyone who tried to tell him what he'd written was lying and that he never wrote that. So we ended up just playing Gage's readings of his books, and he just had to sit there and listen to his own words, not registering that these are his own words. It was a magical experience.
Damn, I wish I was in that fucking call when you were having to fucking play Gage's video, just reading his books to him and him having to look all dumbfounded. Oh, that would have made my night.
It made my morning because it was fucking 8 a.m. by the time I got to that, and I started at midnight. I was like, oh my god.
Oh,
I'll never do that again, but it was just the one time I had to experience something like that.
Well, don't jinx yourself. Otherwise, you're going to be in a 12-hour call with Andy Velasco.
Oh, fuck. I'd rather circumcise myself with a rusty can edge.
Don't be so down there, buddy. I'm sure Andy can give you some nice tips on how to fuck your dogs.
I'm sure those will come in handy. I'm never buying a dog because I can never look at dogs the same way again, but you know.
So what you want to do there, but Professor be curious man, you just want to grab the doggy, and then you just want to fucking ram your dick inside the doggy, and then you want to wiggle it around the till you come. That's how you fuck your doggy.
Lance gave me a demonstration on that because he humped a stuffed dog when he was broadcasting once. So at least I've had 2 lessons now.
Well, at least you got yourself a visual representation. That way, you know for sure you can't fuck it up royally. So.
If that doesn't work, you can apparently just wiggle around on a blanket with a picture of a dog on it. According to Lance, that's what he does. Surprised him and Nathan fell out. They seem made for each other.
Some people, some couples, they just don't work out in the end. Nothing really lasts forever.
Such a shame. Oh well.
That's literally what they do. For victimless crimes.
Yeah, victimless crime, just ignore the little kid with a very sore asshole. They don't count.
Yeah, child fucking, it really is a victimless crime. I mean, yeah, sure, the kid's going to be traumatized for the rest of its life and not really trust anyone. Probably going to have to go through copious amounts of therapy, but, otherwise, other than that, totally victimless crime.
It's like murder, like nobody alive is a victim of murder.
Yeah, who's going to complain about the murder? The dead person? I don't think so.
So, we need to change our attitude to what those crimes are. I've already changed
Okay.
mine.
I'm sure that took a lot of convincing.
Yeah, I've really seen no problem whatsoever with convincing the masses that they really need to change their attitude on child fucking. I really do not see how this could fall apart spectacularly.
You know what? In Britain especially, I just want to see someone knock on some guy's door in one of like the rough parts in the north and stand there and explain to them why they should allow creepy middle-aged men to nonce on their kids. Like, go to Millwall and try that shit. I'd love to see the state of your body by the time you finish that sentence.
Well, I want to see a similar situation down in the deep south of America, especially around the areas where, they literally celebrate the death of gay people when they get shot up in nightclubs. I really want to see a situation where you got like door-to-door salesmen knocking on doors. Hello, sir and madam. May I please explain why child fucking is just the greatest thing in the world?
No, you can't. My daughter's already promised to me, goddammit. Just see him like hung from the fucking tree with like 2,000 bullet holes in him and like the light from the sun just shines through them. Would be nice to see at least.
Yeah.
We
feed it to the alligators.
Oh, it's not nice to feed alligators garbage. I know they eat anything, but they deserve more respect than that.
Civil disobedience.
Nature's dumpster right there.
The normies want to make it out to be something morally depraved, right? But it isn't able to.
Fucking normies.
Fucking normies. Why does he keep showering inside his ears? Like, is that a normal thing people do? Just press the thing to your ear so that like all the water just splashes inside your ear.
Maybe he's got like a bunch of earwax that's just building up inside his ear, so he figures, rather than getting a Q-tip, he can just fucking wash it out.
Possibly. Maybe he's trying to do an old party trick where he sprays it and it just flies out the other ear because honestly it's not going to pass through much with this guy. Or maybe it tickles his brain a little and it's the closest thing to stimulation he'll ever get.
Yeah, maybe.
There are a lot of theories I could map out, but I don't want to think about this guy showering for longer than I need to.
Yeah, I don't think you want to go for another 12 hours just going over this guy washing his balls.
Victimless sex crimes are civil disobedience.
What? Does he even know like what the words he says mean, or does he just have an AI just coming up with his script?
He probably found a bunch of words that sounded very intelligent, and he figures if he uses them in his shower videos, that'll sound smart to convince the normies that child fucking is cool.
I mean, he's really selling it. I mean, the idea of just standing naked and washing yourself whilst having this apparent intelligence diatribe is, I mean, it's unique as a presentation method, I'll give it that.
I mean, the way he pretty much compared fucking children to the civil rights movement of the 1960s has really convinced me that pedophiles are just a real oppressed minority.
He's done wonders for the reasoning ability of weird nonces that like to rub themselves in the shower whilst filming it.
Yeah, I really truly believe that what's this guy's name? Ivan
Burge, I believe.
Yeah, I truly do believe that this man is without a shadow of the doubt one of the greatest orators of the 21st century.
He'll go far when they catapult him.
Winston Churchill's "We shall fight on the beaches" and JFK's "Ask not what you can do for your country, but what you can do for it." Okay, this little tribute to Nathan Larson, it's really up there. Really up there.
Kids will read about this one day in history class. They'll have textbooks with this fucking still image and pictures of Nathan Larson and be like, these are the men that made it possible for you to get bummed by your teacher, kids. Thank them.
I mean, Pepe the Frog's already going to be in the history books when we talk about the 2016 election, so it wouldn't be a surprise if that were the case.
I pity kids that take up politics class and have to learn about this time period because, I mean, I did it in like 2012 when things were relatively normal, so I don't even know what the hell 2016 will look like in a textbook.
Well, I'm interested now. I want to see what's going to be in my kids' textbooks when they talk about the 2016 and 2020 election. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And the coronavirus as well. Just that whole like lead up, and all the kids are just like, "Wait, you idiots did that? Why?"
Mommy, Daddy, did you really steal all the toilet paper from Target when the coronavirus pandemic happened?
No. And then the cupboard just opens and it all falls out into the hallway. Did you really refuse to wear a mask because you thought it was controlling your brain? No? Maybe I need a lawyer.
Wait a minute. What do you mean Uncle Harold believed the vaccines contained microchips that tracked everyone's movement?
Oh, it's true, son. My mobile phone told me. What, you mean that thing with like 1,000 tracking devices in it that you carry on your person at all times? Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm glad they can't track you now.
Daddy, what's a deep state? Is George Clooney really part of a secret pedophile ring that traffics children through shoes?
Well, speaking of trafficking children...
That's all I want you to think about. If you aspire to be a male sexualist,
I do.
if you want to join my movement, the men's movement, the real men's movement,
I want to join your moon, Mr. Showerman.
Hey.
This guy's like Joseph Seed if he was like even creepier.
Well, I'm kind of interested in seeing how much the entrance fee is to join his moon.
Yeah, I kind of want to see what this moon looks like. It sounds like it's going to be some Final Fantasy shit.
I mean, if I remember correctly, I believe this guy has a website somewhere. I believe it's on his about page, so maybe there's more information about how to join a super secret club.
It's the kind of site you were made for VPNs.
I don't think even a VPN would be able to protect you from that website. The moment you click on that website, your ass is going on the list.
I'm probably already on the list for the shit I've Googled when I used to write. What do people taste like? FBI just instantly get flagged like, oh shit, what's up with this guy?
and listen to what I have to say.
I won't.
Listen to what Nathan Larson has to say.
Don't listen to what you have to say. Okay, good advice. Not gonna lie.
Oh man, we've wasted 6 minutes and 48 seconds listening to what he had to say when we just shouldn't have. Shit.
I think that is by far the greatest advice he's given throughout this entire video.
Yeah, props to
Don't
the guy.
listen to what the crazy man showering has to say. Genius.
You may have also said some problematic things in this one.
Yeah, a few. He said a few problematic things in his tenure of being a neo-Nazi nonce advocate. Just a few, though.
Yeah, he just said, a few problematic things like wanting to murder Obama, being pro-incest, being pro-pedophilia. Maybe Hitler wasn't as bad of a guy as everyone likes to point him out to be. Only a few. I could probably count them all on like one hand.
I mean, he was like a PG character, You just had to make sure that you were aware at the very least that your kids were being groomed. Apart from that, it's fine.
Yeah, really a misunderstood individual there.
Oh, and he also wanted to eliminate girls' and women's education, but he stood for rights, of course. Wait, what was?
I mean, let's be real here. Is women's education really necessary if it's not related to the kitchen?
Oh, and he also wanted to repeal the 19th Amendment, so women couldn't vote in his America. But he stood for rights, guys. Really.
I mean, women voting, less time in the kitchen. Hello. Okay, what else does Sour Boy have to say?
Well, we're supposed to disregard it, remember? So.
Speak otherwise. They attest to him being a good person. So.
Yes, kidnapping a child and trying to take her thousands of miles away from where she lives is the action of a good person. Making websites where people can exchange tips on how to kidnap and molest children. Only the best of men do that.
With Nate, I get that Nathan Larson is such a great person, but it really just boggles my mind how Nathan Larson never got a humanitarian award.
Same. I'm pretty sure the Nobel Peace Prize was invented for him, really. Like,
Oh yeah.
I thank Nathan Larson for his service for men's rights.
and I thank Nathan Larson for his service to all the men in the shower room in prison.
Thank you, Nathan Larson. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be inspired to kidnap little children and rape them in my van.
He's a true American hero.
For sexualism. Not just men's rights, but against all oppression of sexuality. Rest in peace, Nathan Larson.
Well, that was a truly moving send-off, and I agree with the sentiment. Rest in piss, Nathan.
I've seen a lot of tribute videos in my time, but this honestly is just the most beautiful one I've ever bared witness to, and I've really tried my damnedest not to tear up, but goddamn was this beautiful. The way
I know.
he washed his balls and compared Nathan Larson, a neo-Nazi, to Rosa Parks. It's beautiful.
It takes a lot to move me, but I'm misty-eyed right now.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. I really do think this dude deserves an Oscar for this just award-winning performance.
I mean, he didn't even crack up and start laughing whilst comparing Nathan to Rosa Parks. I mean, come on, how many actors could pull that off? I mean,
Daniel Day-Lewis has nothing on this guy. He just doesn't. So, you ready to go over these comments?
yes, sadly so. So we have a voice of reason as the first one, so that's nice. And a second voice of reason, that's quite good. Oh wow, so we've mostly got him, but then Joseph Sneed, like, swoops in to save the day and reminds us that no, idiocy still exists. I've heard of Joseph Sneed, but I can't place him. I think him and who's the other one that he's been like chummy with recently? He's a similar thing anyway to Nathan and Amos Yee, from what I understand. Oh, Cranium, that's who he got all buddy with. I remember now. Because all these guys end up fucking Cranium.
Yeah, I just seen Joseph Sneed like simp very, very hard for like a Amos Yee here.
Yeah, he's a good activist, and he had a YouTube channel. Oh, of course, Cranium's in the comments of this.
Small world, ain't it?
Too small.
Very, very small. Just like a shower boy's penis, no doubt.
And I assume his apartment, because he does not look like he lives in a place that's that big. I think the shower's the biggest room in his house, but I could be wrong.
Probably.
Oh, also, shout out to whoever the hell thought it was a great idea to give these people like Cranium and Nice Lone Wolf fucking community tabs. Like, I've heard of some brilliant ideas in my time, but that one takes the cake.
I mean, if I can get a community tab, I'm sure anyone at this rate can get a community tab.
Oh, everyone kind of did at the same time, except for me. I had to wait a week, but most people are just like all ended up with one, but there's no filter at this point who can have one, and it's just completely insane.
Yeah, it's just like Twitter and the check marks. Pretty much anyone can get it if you got $8 a month. That is.
It's like chlamydia. Anyone can get it.
Yeah. I love the internet.
Oh, here's Joseph's conspiracy theory from 2 months ago that apparently Nathan was alive and living in Bologna. Or Bologna? Bolognese, I don't know. I'm assuming it's Bologna. And there's a chance that he's still out there. But apparently then someone confirmed that his sister, not his fister, Fakoro, he died. Doubt it's fake.
Now, I think his sister is in on the conspiracy theory. Okay, I think, Nathan Larson pulled a Shawshank Redemption, and he just gave it to a pipe one day, and now he's in an Italian city somewhere, just preying on the little kids there.
He crawled through it. He's the first man I've ever seen to crawl through a tunnel of shit and come out with an erection on the other side.
Maybe that's why he went on the hunger strike, so he can manage to squeeze through the pipe even when he's got a hard on.
That is the best explanation I've heard. So yes, I'm gonna go Occam's razor on that shit, definitely. Also, is this sister actually called Fakuro? Because that's like a Japanese name or something, and like, did he change his name or something?
Maybe she was like adopted
by him. You kidnapped some Japanese 12-year-old. You're my sister now. Oh, okay. Got nothing else going on. Sure, why not?
Maybe like the parents like adopted the sister, and maybe that's how he lost his virginity. That's how he got a liking the little kids.
I did think that was a possibility, but I hope not. Why is the mainstream media not reporting his death yet? They only want to mention him when they can make him out to be a monster. I mean, yeah, that's typically what you report on. You don't report on someone holding open a door for someone. And would prefer to ignore the information come to light in the new manifesto. Oh yeah, because the news exists to fucking read manifestos of insane people. That's, yeah. Pretty sure even Fox News and CNN wouldn't.
We really got to go over that fucking manifesto next.
I'd love to do that, but I think it should probably be its own thing, because, like, I just... I've had too much stupid for one night. I really admired his website. Oh my god. Given how this guy he simps for Muslim fundamentalists, and his writing is like completely a mess, I wouldn't be surprised if this was one of Cranium's alts, but wait, this guy had 4 active websites, Nathan. I almost got with 2 girls from my area on his main one, but it ended in an epic fail for me. Ah, can we get some Fs in the chat? Can we smash 50 likes?
There's always next time, Joseph. Never say never.
I mean, the kids will, but, doesn't mean you shouldn't. Seethe, normophile. I'm gonna get that.
Oh, hashtag rude. Oh, I really showed him.
I'm gonna get Seethe, normophile on a t-shirt. Send it to my dad for Christmas.
Well, at least Nix agrees with me when he says that he definitely looks like Buffalo Bill.
He does give off that air. He has that creepy Buffalo Bill look about him.
I'm gonna say it again. I really am disappointed Goodbye Horses wasn't playing in the background of this video.
Maybe I could pipe it in. My overpriced editing suite. It's good for something at least.
Yeah.
So, are there any final words we have for Nathan Larson? I mean, I never had any first words, so.
Well, other than, he is the Rosa Parks of our time, I really want to look at his manifesto now. I really want to hear the real story of how he wound up in jail this time. I really want to hear about how the little girl set him up. How it totally wasn't his fault, bro. She was just asking for it.
It was a setup. She told me she was 30. I should have realized something was off when she turned up with a fucking Peppa Pig bag on.
He probably personally asked her to show up with the Peppa Pig bag.
Yeah, I imagine so. It'd probably help him acclimatize when they got to the airplane bathroom.
I kind of want to learn more about the Nathan Larson hunger strike and just why the hell that happened, other than him squeezing through the pipe so he can flee to Europe.
Yeah, like, that's been my biggest question. Like, what was he striking against? Did he think that if he did it for long enough, they'd just say, okay, we don't want you to starve, leave, it's fine, we'll just tear up your sentence?
He's been in jail previously for threatening to kill Obama. He was in jail for like a year.
I think it was...
So he should know that wouldn't have worked.
Yeah. Most people would know it wouldn't work because, like, they don't really care about the lives of inmates anyway, never mind when they're Nathan Larson of all people.
Maybe he figured it's either A, he starves to death, or B, he just gets stabbed in the shower one night.
By the guards.
Yeah.
Well, I guess next time we can do the manifesto. I don't know how long it'll be. It's probably going to be like 10,000 years long. If it's just a page, I guess we could do it. Oh, I'm not even logged in, so. It's quite long, so I'd rather make that its own video later on. When it's not like 4 AM. Oh, it's 19 pages, but it's got a lot of... Yeah, I'd save that for its own. Oh my god, of course that's the cover.
Okay, this little image of him hugging the anime girl, that's definitely got to be the fucking thumbnail to that video.
With remembering Nathan Larson over the fucking...
Remembering the civil rights activist of our time, Nathan Larson.
And his chubby for chibis.
You know what? He kind of looks like Vladimir Putin's nephew.
I could totally see that, to be honest. But even Putin wants absolutely fuck all to do with him.
Is Nathan Larson secretly the long-lost son of Vladimir Putin? Man, imagine if that were true. What a mindfuck that'd be.
I think I prefer Putin, to be honest. Why is his handwriting worse than mine? Like... I actually have a disability that makes my handwriting look like shit, and it's somehow not even as bad as this. I can read it at least, but... God. It looks like he was trying to hide the pencil he wrote this with in his ass.
I mean, when you got when you got little girls naked on your mind, I mean, do you really have the time for proper penmanship?
True. He probably sprained his wrist as well, jerking off to that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Did he write it in 4 days, or did he finish writing it and then wait for... I'd like to think he wrote this in 4 days. It looks like something that was written in 4 days.
Well, it says here, yeah, written was
On the 18th. And then it was
March
mailed on the
18th of
22nd.
last year.
So...
Maybe it did take him 4 days.
Must have put a lot of thought in it if it took 4 days to write his manifesto.
Yeah, I can't honestly imagine Nathan here just completing this whole manifesto within a single night. He definitely took some breaks to jerk off to child porn in between writing his manifesto.
Get the creative juices flowing.
Exactly.
So yeah, that'd be fun reading this next time, because I'd love to just be able to go through this and be like, oh my god, what in shit. Who gave this man a pencil?
I'm excited now. I really want to know, like I said, about the real story of how Nathan Larson rounded up in jail. Maybe in the manifesto it will go over why he decided to go on a hunger strike that led to his death.
I hope it does, because I'd love to solve that little mystery, but I'm pretty sure Septic Tank Sam in that video probably would have mentioned it if he had.
Yeah.
Oh well then, until next time, and I don't know what the hell this will even be called, but...
Have fun with coming up with a title.
Until then, toodles, I guess.